back to a new CatDog review. And if you missed the last one, go and check out. We're back with the next two episodes of season 3 of CatDog. And yeah, these two episodes are kind of in the wrong order, I would say, when it comes to the listings on Paramount. Because it shows that the main Bob one, that is the first one of this review, says that it's the second of the two episodes. But yeah, just wanted to let you know that this one plays first, even though it shows when it comes to the episodes that this is the second one in the listing. But yeah, either way, I'm reviewing whatever one is the first to the second one. Yeah, this one's another interesting one, and it starts with Main Bob. Yep, a Main Bob fighting this villain, and we're seeing all these other Main Bob fans, and of course, Kat is just wondering of how much longer is this. And yeah, we see this Ray that Main Bob's having to start with this villain, and of course, yeah, Kat is just not having it and trapping Main Bob and putting him in this word over this cauldron, which Dog says that he'll rescue him. And of course, obviously, this is supposed to be acting, but of course, Dog is, not aware and frees Main Bob, and all the fans are chasing after him and beating him up, which then the Dog then takes Main Bob, which does Dog not realize that this is basically kidnapping? I'm just saying. Dog probably should know this is basically kidnapping. That's basically what it is, I would say. I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean, of course, Dog saying that he's the number one fan of Big Main Bob, but yeah, I just feel like he straight up committed kidnapping. I'm just gonna say, and just seeing Main Bob just sleeping on the couch, and when he wakes up, he doesn't know who he is. Seems like he has developed amnesia, and yeah, of course, Dog is trying to tell him that he knows who he is, but yeah, he does not apparently know who he is. And Dog is going to be doing what he can to help Main Bob get his memory back, and believing that it's part of that ray from that, play, but pretty much the acting, and sewing the different devices like the belt and the helmet and stuff. And Kat is having nothing to do with it and wanting Main Bob out, but of course, Dog is wanting to help and showing this whole Titanic thing, which he has no memory of, and sticking it on Cat and putting ice on him, which of course he is not wanting anything to do with this. And again, he just keeps saying, and they're just trying to do some more stunts to try to help him remember, but he's like, nope. And then putting this dress on Cat as well, which, what is up with those big lips, though? And then even putting this grody looking food into his face, and yeah, nothing that seems to be working. And then shutting Cat into the piano, and yeah, him just getting absolutely furious and attacking Dog. But then he remembers this scene, and he then plays along as well and remembers that he is Main Bob. And then we see the villain actor and all of the fans actually finding out where Main Bob is located, and Main Bob suggests that there's a snitch, which obviously Cat snitches. Of course, Cat would snitch, and yeah, they get some toilet paper and wrap up Cat to keep him quiet. And yeah, the actor of the villain is just saying of these bums. Basically, yeah, really just calling these fans bums and losers and stuff. Which, yeah, that's pretty harsh, I would say. And of course, he's trying to say that, no, that's not what I meant. And yeah, they're trying to hold the door shut and using this plank for him to be able to use his rockets. But then he thanks Dog for the help that he was able to do. And he ends up obviously failing, of course, and everybody finds out what a ripoff he is, and getting scraped off the floor too. And then Cat is like, "Oh, you think?" When it comes to Dog realizing that it wasn't all that real, and he's like, "I've been trying to tell you that for the last 11 minutes." I mean, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny because that's how long this episode was. Kind of breaking the fourth wall. Him just saying 11 minutes in the length of how long this episode was to go. Quite funny, I would say. And then we go to the next one, and it's another interesting one. And it starts with Cat and Dog just in the house, and Winslow comes out of his hole with a ball, and he's saying that he's going out to do some stuff, which, yeah, we see his hole. The door ends up opening, and of course, Cat is wanting to do, some curiosity, and ends up getting the ball and throwing it inside the hole, which they go in, and they find really not much besides this bed and this picture of Cat, which they turn, and it opens a secret passage. And yeah, Winslow is selling something, and we see this museum area with Winslow, and showing these ancestors, that these generations of ancestors of Winslow, and even the statue too, which sprays water. And they find this vault door, and it says "Do not enter," which of course they do enter, and they go through these different areas, which is quite funny, I would say. And then they find this very weird like room, and yeah, Cat then realizes that there's a whole army of Winslow looking soldiers and tanks going at CatDog's house and replacing it with Winslow and Cat Brain replacement. Like, what is Winslow exactly? What is he? And replacing Cat's brain with cheese and showing this soldier of Winslow. And yeah, Cat then realizes that Winslow seems to be seeking out to get rid of Cat, and all these other Minister Winslows are chasing after him, and they find the exit, but then they find this other room, which is last top secret room before you leave Winslow's hole. Do not enter under any circumstances. This means you, Cat. And then it only has a note saying curiosity killed the cat. And then yeah, the exit even has a brick wall. And then they go up and we see these cameras, and then they're getting chased by this ball, and apparently Winslow was selling these, looks like different TV boxes, like satellite boxes. And yeah, like the Gracers are watching CatDog getting chased, and then we see one of those weird like rooms, and of course Dog is like, getting mad at Cat, and then they end up in this container with more cameras and getting all these balls launched out, and then yeah, more people even watching CatDog. And yeah, like this was what Winslow was planning the whole time apparently. And yeah, he's just laughing. Like Winslow is evil, I would say. And he's just absolutely enjoying this. And then choking up as well. Just watching CatDog get tormented. Or at least Cat getting tormented. But yeah, very interesting episodes. Yeah, I'd like to know